Despite the large number of obvious advantages, the Toyota CHR also has disadvantages. Some of them are insignificant or subjective, and do not appear on all copies, while others may seem very significant to car enthusiasts. Therefore, they should definitely be taken into account when deciding to buy this crossover. The following features are usually called such disadvantages. Small salon. This problem is a characteristic feature of the model. It is inherent in all small cars. It is impossible to solve it. Therefore, if this is important for a motorist, he should look for another car. Small trunk. The luggage compartment volume is about 300 liters. This is only enough to transport purchases from the store and small items. Even folding the rear seat does not allow you to carry large cargo in this car. Therefore, if such transportation is planned, you should abandon the idea of buying this car. Low ground clearance. The clearance of the crossover is only 160 millimeters. This is very little to overcome even minor off-road conditions or travel on bad roads. Therefore, the presence of all-wheel drive versions does not make such operation any easier. It will not be possible to solve this problem. This is a design feature of the car. Therefore, if a car is needed for such purposes, then it is worth choosing a different model. Low-quality interior plastic. It may lose its attractive appearance even at low mileage. Tuning the interior of the car using other materials will help to save the situation a little, if the deficiency is critical for the owner. Poor sound insulation. The model is not famous for its high quality of noise protection, so the cabin can be a bit noisy, especially when driving at high speed. The installation of additional sound insulation will eliminate the defect. Weak suspension. Failure of its parts is a frequent breakdown of crossovers. The chassis is not designed for driving over bumps and can become unusable even at low mileage. Replacing original components with high-quality analogs from other manufacturers can help avoid regular repairs. To select a brand of spare parts, you should consult with experienced craftsmen or car enthusiasts who are well aware of the features of this machine. The fragility of the battery of a hybrid car. It can break down even on a relatively new car. Spare parts are not cheap. But not all owners of such versions of the model face a similar problem. Therefore, it is possible that this is the result of improper operation of the crossover or special cases. Rear view camera glitches. The problem does not occur in all cars. Therefore, the deficiency can be called an accident or a subjective opinion. Poor handling. Not all motorists complain about this. Many owners find that the crossover is very easy and convenient to drive. Therefore, the minus can be considered subjective. Poor visibility. This is also the personal opinion of some car enthusiasts. However, many drivers and experts claim the opposite. Noisy engine operation. Some owners believe that the car engine is noisy. But most motorists easily get used to this feature and practically do not notice it. Therefore, the minus is subjective and insignificant. Price. Some car enthusiasts believe that the model is expensive even at auctions in Japan. But with the current increase in the cost of cars in Russia, the price of a new or practically new real Japanese crossover with advanced functionality and a hybrid engine should not seem overpriced. True, such a car cannot be cheap. Therefore, this opinion is ambiguous. Turbine fragility. This deficiency can be considered relatively rare or associated with violation of machine maintenance rules. Following the car manufacturer's recommendations will help you avoid costly repairs. Possible problems with spare parts and consumables in some regions of Russia. The model is relatively rare for our country, so difficulties with the supply of parts or their high cost cannot be ruled out, especially in the current situation. But perhaps things will get better with time. Sometimes it can be solved by selecting high-quality analogs. Gasoline versions have high fuel consumption. Some car owners complain about high gasoline consumption. But perhaps this opinion is subjective or related to driving style characteristics. Most often, motorists note the efficiency of a crossover. Right-hand drive. Some drivers consider this a disadvantage. It can be eliminated by altering the steering. But it is expensive and complex. Therefore, resorting to it is inappropriate. If the problem seems significant, it is better to purchase a special camera that makes it easier to see when overtaking, or look for a car with left-hand drive. the model was also sold on the Russian market, with the exception of hybrids. True, finding such a used car in perfect condition is not easy. Despite its shortcomings, the Toyota CHR crossover has many positive qualities. Therefore, the model began to interest Russians, especially now, when the choice of good cars on the domestic market is small. This car can be purchased either new through the parallel import system or used. Experts advise buying a used car only at a Japanese car auction. There you can profitably buy a copy in excellent condition, with minimal mileage and not requiring investment. But sometimes a good used car can be found in our country. True, you will have to choose it long and carefully.